All right, so I saw the book of Clarence on Friday. So Clarence tells the tale of this kind of man of the streets who's played by an African American actor back in the days of Jesus, right? And Jesus self is portrayed kind of as a mixed African himself, right? Now, kind of the weird thing is, this Button character, played by Baker character, if you will, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, right? Um, he kind of looks like the Jesus in medieval times, right? When they crucify him alongside, you know, the main character, right? But of course, Jesus too is there after him. But what they're doing is they're trying to deal with this idea of the Messiah. Now, what you don't realize is it kind of fits historically, right? Because there were a lot of people going around claiming to be the Jewish Messiah, not just Jesus, by the way. Right, right. So anyway, they're trying. Clarence comes up with this idea to get money, kind of, right, to be a Messiah like Jesus. So he kind of goes and talks to Mary about how she knew Jesus was special, right? And she tells the story about how Jesus was making ceramic pigeons on the Sabbath day. And someone told him that he shouldn't do it, and he clapped his hands and the pigeons came to life. Well, this is actually a story in the Quran, right? I believe, or the Gnostic Gospels, right? One of the stories that's out of the Bible, by the way, right? Or not in the Bible, and different things like that. And she affirmed how the angel Gabriel had came to her, and told her she would conceive without the means of sex, right? I know. Now, here's the catch 22. Only someone who's not a man would feel that prophecy, right? If you understand what I mean, right? The only thing who's not a man, but a man is a hermaphrodite, right? I keep trying to explain something to you, right? Now, if a hermaphrodite were to lay with the woman, she did not lay with the man. Right? No, either. No, either. Now, I'm not saying, okay, I can prove this, or saying her and Gabriel had sex, or saying I can want to change 2,000 years of history, or that I don't believe Jesus could be conceived in, you know, by a virgin either. He's thought to be the angel of the Lord anyway, made mortal, made a human being, right? Now, the thing is, though, the just will be just still, and those who are unjust, unjust still. But there's a resurrection in the future of both the just and the unjust. It's only 1,000 years apart, right? Now, we know of the 6 days of creation, right? But what if it only takes 1,000 years, right, to replenish the earth, right? Now that, again, I know we've been on the planet for 7,000 years, or 6,000 years so far. And what if we got 2 more thousand years left? I know. Or 8,000 total, right? Which is really like a week and a day to the Lord, right? See, the Hindus talk of a time of beginning and ending, right, right. And then it begins the cycle again where you're reincarnated or the same people are brought back alive, right? Well, that's not impossible if you keep having to deal with just and unjust people, right? Or what the Bible calls tares and wheat, right? So that's kind of my theory there. And, if every 8,000 years, I know, and with a touch of amnesia, the whole planet is replenished, right? Will we even out? I don't know. Or will that create some kind of time loop? I know. Where God is both making the planet larger, right, from the previous replenishing. And is that why we find dinosaur bones and things like that, right? Were we together one time with the dinosaurs? Some people claim there was footprints of a human being found along those of a dinosaur, right? Well, you can't fake that. Right, right. That's hard to fake, right? No, no. Well, if that's true, then we could have been around the same time as the dinosaurs, right? But they died off, and God keeps replenishing us, but didn't replenish them, right? Though He keeps some kind of life form renewed or going, right? Maybe certain creatures He kept, and certain creatures He let go extinct too, right? To prove He's God. See, if I make a creature, the only way you can remake it is to find its DNA and remake it like in Jurassic Park, right? Well, if you do that, you're just playing God to that creature, and you somehow figured out how to make that creature from current DNA. Thing about Jurassic Park is they're using old DNA, right, of the dinosaurs, and they're combining it with frog DNA and all that, right, as in the movie, right? I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen Jurassic Park before, which is why the dinosaurs mutated, right, as well, and started being able to have offspring, right? Now, also, most reptiles' gender isn't determined by the egg, but the heat of the sun, right? If it's hotter, it's a female. If it's colder, it's a male, I believe, or vice versa, right? And I find that interesting, right? And see, if every 7,000 to 8,000 years we were replenished, right, we might not even know we're in the loop, right? See, a time loop is where you go so many thousands of years, right? But you live about 120 years, right? And then everybody's dying, right? But then you replenish it and you resurrect everybody, right? That's also a resurrection of the dead, right? Maybe that's what John means when he says everyone will be resurrected and judged by God, right? But he says they're both forever. Both the just and the unjust are forever, right? Both are punished for a time. They have their part in the lake of fire, but the just go to paradise, right? But both are resurrected from the dead, right? The just and the unjust as well. So maybe we got it wrong a little bit. Don't know. Maybe we're all being resurrected every 7,000 years, and with a touch of amnesia, we're not aware of it, right? Possibly, right? To suggest a new idea of the scriptures, right? Okay.